Hurricane Zeta has made landfall in southeastern Louisiana as a powerful storm. Good evening, I'm Mike Nasel with this 11 o'clock update as we watch this very dangerous hurricane plow right through the Gulf Coast of the United States. You can see on that satellite imagery it is definitely caught up in this trough here over the areas of Texas and Oklahoma. However, that just enhanced it as it made landfall. Sometimes they can weaken, sometimes they can be enhanced. And this almost helped to enhance the outflow and tighten up the hurricane. Look at it, was very well defined. Almost a major hurricane, which is a Category 3. It was right on the edge, 110 miles an hour, making landfall there just to the south of New Orleans. The center moved very near the city of New Orleans and now is pushing in through Mississippi and towards Alabama. It's a very powerful storm. Here's the latest as of 10 p.m. Central, 11 p.m. Eastern on Hurricane Zeta. Winds are down now from 110, they're down to 80. Still a potent hurricane. It's at 31.5 north, 88.7 west. That puts it about 45 miles northeast of Hattiesburg. And it is moving very quickly now, 31 miles per hour. It's been accelerating, obviously. It's been captured, and it's now going to push out. By Friday morning, it should be south of the Canadian Maritimes, and we're not going to have to deal with it. But it is still causing a lot of problems. We've got winds sustained of almost 50 miles per hour in Mobile, Alabama. They just had a wind gust in Mobile at the airport, 91 miles per hour, and we've had even stronger than that. We've had Category 2 and 3 wind gusts, power outages, very high water rises. This is a very dangerous hurricane. Now, here's the latest radar out of New Orleans, and you can see it's still holding together fairly well. Obviously, it's weakening as it's moved inland, but look at that eye as it came right on shore, went right over New Orleans, and moved into Mississippi, and that onshore flow is causing tremendous water rise along the coastline there. We do have the threat of severe weather as well. You can see a tornado watch. We've had lightning, horrible wind speeds gusting over 100 miles per hour. I'll show you that in a minute, as well as heavy rainfall. Here's the tide gauge. This is disturbing. This is the Waveland Yacht Club in Waveland, Mississippi. Look at how the water has risen. Look at that, almost over 8 feet, probably higher than that now. That's above the normal water level, and so obviously these tide gauges are any indication. We're getting slammed with some very dangerous storm surge. Now, some of the wind gusts, this is out of the National Weather Service on Twitter. Look at this. Bayou Bienvenue, Louisiana, 112 miles per hour. That's a Category 3 wind gust. Bay Waveland Yacht Club, where I just showed that water gauge, 104 miles per hour. Gulfport, 101. Shell Beach, Laplace, 100, 101. These are very strong winds. We've had trees falling on houses. We've had trees falling down everywhere. Power outages. In fact, remember I showed you that power map earlier and there wasn't much going on? Now it's a different story. Look at that. Here's the map of Louisiana, and you can see clearly St. Charles Parish, Jefferson, Orleans, Plaquemines Parish, even down here in Terrebonne where the hurricane came ashore. We are dealing with power outages because that core of destruction has pushed right on through into Mississippi. In fact, I'll show you Mississippi as well to give them a fair shake because they're getting hit really bad right now as of 11 o'clock Eastern time. Hancock County, almost 18,000 people out of power. Harrison County, almost 100,000 people. Okay? So if you're on the coastline there, you're probably not seeing this update unless you've got some sort of cell service on YouTube. You could see it. But this is very nasty. And it's going to move into Alabama as well. We've got some power outages there, no doubt. Now this hurricane is very much like a hurricane that hit in South Carolina. This was called the Halloween Hurricane of 1899. 1899. It was 121 years ago. It came on up through the Bahamas. It was 110 miles an hour, just like Zeta, and slammed into Myrtle Beach. And that was on Halloween night, 1899. Zeta is the strongest hurricane to hit the U.S. this late in the year since 1899. But that should tell all the climate people it's happened before. This is just a very busy hurricane season. Look at that radar there. You can see Very, very strong, damaging winds will be in this rainfall. Again, it's weakening, but still, these storms are very intense. The lightning and that onshore flow continues there. So if you're in Alabama and Mississippi and you guys are hearing this update, make sure you stay in your safe shelter in your house, away from windows, and try and be cautious if there's large trees outside. We've had trees falling on houses, so try and be in shelter and take shelter immediately until the hurricane passes by. It's a very, very dangerous storm. So that'll do it this time for the latest on Hurricane Zeta, a late season October hurricane making a very powerful hurricane landfall there in southeastern Louisiana, crossing near the city of New Orleans into the Mississippi and Alabama coastline with very strong winds, very high storm surge, and nasty weather all around. I'm Mike Naso with the latest on Zeta, and I will talk to you guys next time.